Moving on to the Armenia and Azerbaijan conflict now. In the latest turn of events between Armenia and Azerbaijan over the Karabakh conflict, Armenian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman said to Russia state-owned news agency that there will be no bilateral meetings between Armenia and Azerbaijan during the Geneva talks on Friday. The meeting was earlier scheduled on Thursday and was later postponed to Friday. Meanwhile, the Armenian Foreign Minister will be meeting the co-chairs of the OSCE Minsk group in Geneva on Friday. According to the country's foreign ministry, Armenia will focus on Nagorno Karabakh truce and introduction of verification mechanisms to de-escalate the tensions. Meanwhile, several explosions were seen on the outskirts of Stepanakert in the disputed Nagorno Karabakh region early on Friday morning ahead of the OSCE Minsk group meeting. Both the sides have continuously accused each other of repeated truce violations. The Defense Ministry of the breakaway Nagorno Karabakh region said that the Armenian-controlled cities of Stepanakert and Shusha were shelled by the Azeri forces. At least 2 people have been wounded in this attack. The leader of Armenian separatists in the conflicted region said that Azeri forces were closing in on the town of Shusha, whose capture would mark a turning point in the ongoing crisis. Now, gaining control of Shusha would be a major victory for Azerbaijani forces, who have been making major military gains in the region since last month.
Շնամին գտնում է այստեղից ընդամենը մի քանի կիլոմետր հեռավորության վրա, առավելագույնը 5.
Nagorno-Karabakh lies within Azerbaijan but has been under the control of ethnic Armenian forces since 1994. The latest fighting that began on September 27th has involved heavy artillery, rockets and drones and is one of the largest escalations of hostilities in recent times. Now, we are being joined by Dr. Benjamin Pogosyan, who is the chairman of Yerevan-based Center for Political and Economic Strategic Studies. Thank you so much for joining us. Armenian Foreign Ministry spokesperson has said that there will be no bilateral meetings between Armenia and Azerbaijan during the Geneva talks. How do you assess this?
First of all, thank you for having me. Yes, on October 25, when agreement was signed in the United States, this agreement has 2 points. First, to start the truce starting from October 26, and then have a meeting on October 29 in Geneva. But unfortunately, immediately in the morning of October 26, Azerbaijan broke the ceasefire. So when there is no ceasefire, I don't believe that there is any sense or any need to have this bilateral meeting. Any bilateral meeting on any issues can be happen only. So this is my assessment.
All right. And Armenia says that it will now focus on Nagorno Karabakh truce and introduction of verification mechanisms to de-escalate the tensions. What can we expect in that regard?
As we all know, starting from September 27, when Azerbaijan launched this new war, we have 3 agreements on ceasefire. October 10, Moscow, then on evening October 17, mediated by French president, then on October 25, mediated by the UN Secretary of State. Unfortunately, all 3 times Azerbaijan broke ceasefire and then accused Armenia of breaking ceasefire. So the only way to get out of this vicious circle of signing a ceasefire agreement, violating it, and then accusing Armenia is to put clearly defined verification mechanism, which will allow the international community to know very well who is breaking the ceasefire. So yeah, the verification mechanism is really important if we want to stop the bloodshed.
All right, but also, as you of course mentioned, the unrest and violence has continued despite multiple interventions. And what do you think is the reason that this truce has failed to yield any results? And what do you think is the way forward now?
My understanding is that Azerbaijan has broken the ceasefire because Azerbaijan shows that he has some advances on the battlefield and he can move forward. So as far as Azerbaijan and Turkey has this mindset that they are able to move forward by purely military means, it's very difficult to hope that they will appear to ceasefire. So only 2 solutions here. Either Armenian forces are stopping Azerbaijanis, they understand that there is no way for them to move forward, or really tough international pressure is being put both on Azerbaijan and Turkey to stop attacks.
All right, Dr. Benjamin, thank you so much for joining us with all those details.